Well, hi, we're live
We are live.
on Facebook and on Ridingfish's YouTube channel. So we got to get you updated, guys, on our big final day, if you will, as we head back into the Costa Mesa area tomorrow. Ridingfish, I'm Indian Rider Radio. You know me as Curtis, and we are going to come back in just a few minutes. We are starting our live stream now, so you can tell your friends, wake the kids, call the neighbors, whatever else it takes to get everybody here. We're going to count it down. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. We're waiting on a couple more folks to join us. What do you got going on over
I
here?
don't know. I think I want to start a watch party or something. We got a couple of people.
Good.
All right,
Okay.
cool. All right, so here we go. 30 seconds, guys. We'll start this countdown. Let's.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Indian Rider Radio. I'm Curtis Sawyer. That's Ridingfish.
Me.
Woo! And welcome to our live stream for this evening as we wrap up, well, pretty much wrap up the real-time test ride. This is kind of the end of the road for us. And we were waiting for a couple other people to join us. They have dropped in, and we're happy to have them. We're going to answer your questions tonight. We're going to recap a couple of things. One of the things that we want to talk about tonight is the issue that I had with the motorcycle. And if you're catching up with us, we have been, 3 days on the road with two brand new 2021 Indian Roadmaster Limiteds. Great motorcycles overall.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been ripping on this.
This is a Challenger guy. You understand that, right? So it's probably feels a little different, but you've really enjoyed the bike. I mean, I've watched you riding it. You seem to be pretty comfortable. You seem to be enjoying yourself with it. It's different, though.
Yes. So the feeling in the sit is a little different than my Challenger. I would say it took me half a day to. Then I started becoming my own normal self.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. The 116 is a fun motor.
It really is. It's it's certainly not the Power Plus, and that's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
But the 116 in these bikes is, I think, a great addition. The 111 was always very torquey, very smooth. A wonderfully performing motorcycle for touring, but this 116 has just that little extra edge and kind of really, it just makes it more fun.
It is.
Yeah, it's a little spunkier. But in the same regard, let's start tonight by talking a little bit about the problem I was having with it. Now, this is not Indian's fault. This is just one of those things that is going to happen no matter how many they build.
Right.
But the bike let me recap. We were going down the interstate. I was in sport mode, 80, 85 miles an hour. Suddenly the bike started to chug like it was misfiring.
Not even misfiring. More like it wasn't getting fueled and getting fueled and wasn't getting fueled and getting fueled.
That's probably, and because you'd hear it revving not.
Why don't we show them?
We can do that.
Let's show you guys.
Just so happens I can show you that, and I'm about to right here.
So as you can see, he was jerking, almost getting bucked off. Why don't we show it?
I'm gonna play it. Yeah, I'm gonna play it one more. Now that happened at high speed the first time, and
That's not scary.
not a little bit. It was like that.
If it happened to me, I thought I was popping a wheelie.
I wish I had been popping a wheelie. So understand that was pretty unnerving the first time it happened, and also understand that we really didn't know what was going on with the bike. So we pulled over, and it had thrown a code. Now here's something interesting. When it did throw the code, it was ride mode recognition or drive mode recognition, and it had some number that went with
Switch or something like that.
Recognition switch.
Yeah.
So we interpreted that to mean that it wasn't figuring out accurately what mode it was in. Following morning, after we did limp it into Yuma, it sorted itself out the less I played with the throttle. But as we limped into Yuma, I anticipated having an issue in the morning, and sure enough, it did. Some of it being cold. I mean, the first time we got through an intersection, we hadn't been more than maybe a quarter mile down the road. It nearly stalled in that intersection. It scared the bejesus out of me. Okay, so from there, what I learned is that the bike had adapted a little bit to the circumstance. So while we monkeyed with that, that's when we took that video. But then later, I put it in standard mode and just rode the bike as gently.
You babied it.
I did.
He babied it.
I babied
Listen,
it.
he babied it.
Gently.
You know what, though? I raced him about 50 times. And I won all 50 because he was babying.
Well, also, you got a stage 1 upgrade on his.
Sure.
What I did find out, though, by end of day today, I could hit it as hard as I wanted in standard, and I would get a little bit of a surge,
Yep.
but not that bucking bronco kind of thing.
So we're going to return the bike tomorrow.
Right.
So it's basically fixed itself at this point. We've been merging, we've been passing vehicles. We haven't had any issues.
Yeah.
So like from my perspective, I haven't seen a visual issue like in the video. So if anybody hasn't seen the video, maybe a couple minutes will show it again.
Yeah.
But like in the video, it's visually bucking you.
Oh yeah.
And so I could imagine what it would feel like. But he hasn't done it. So what we're going to do tomorrow before we give it back, we're going to put it back in sport mode.
And hammer it.
And we're going to hammer it. And
Yeah.
we're going to see if it does it again. And the reason why, we're not trying to break it. But listen, we need to tell Indian Motorcycle and Brand Amp what's happening. And we don't want to give them something that nobody has the opportunity to fix if it needs fixed.
And we deduce it this way as well. If it has a code and it has a number and it has a name, when it does fire that code, it's not something they're not familiar with. It's just not anticipated.
Right.
And so I'm not going to go out and try to break their motorcycle, but what I am going to do is try to recreate that problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we learned from this. You have to upgrade your bike.
Yeah.
The stage 1's running just fine.
Yeah, the stage 1 has been fine. What we also learned from this is, if that were to happen to a lot of riders, and I'm not taking anything away from any of you, you would have pulled up onto the side of the road, you called your dealer and freaked out.
Yeah, well, we were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so there was no option. We had to get back on the motorcycle and go. I mean, we were literally out in the middle of the Yuma military proving ground. It was not like we were going to stop by. Okay.
So here's my thought is that how many miles have we done? 400 and something since the first incident?
A little more, closer to 500 since the first incident. Yeah.
So we had an issue. You got to baby those issues. You treat it real nice.
Yep.
500 miles later, she's acting almost normal with no dealer help.
Yeah. No. And
just using Indian. And other than that, so Pikes, you called Tito.
I did.
At Pikes Peak, and he's the one that told you put it in sport mode. This has happened to a couple of other bikes. Not 21s though, right? He's from the past, like 20s or something?
I guess it had been a kind of an intermittent thing in the 20s, but it was certainly, it's obviously carried over.
Yeah, obviously. So, but I mean, the deal is, so these bikes are designed that if something's going to break on them, they'll normally let you know really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So it was running rough. And by the way, JT Southern Fried said ECM, electronic control module, possibly.
I suspect that is where the heart of the problem is, and I also discovered too that the combination of things like the cruise control, being in standard versus sport mode or tour mode, and rolling the throttle on gradually and letting the bike catch up, and then even doing a little short shifting.
I'm going to show them again the bump.
Yeah, please.
Here we go. He's literally getting bumped up. I mean, I've seen guys. That's some guys attempted wheelies.
Yeah, so some guys look like wheelies.
Here, I'm gonna do a wheelie. This is him trying to pop a wheelie.
Yeah, that's what it was. But I think, JT, to be a little more specific to your question, if it was the ECM, I know it is obviously something that can be reflashed and corrected. So yes, the ECM is part of the problem. But I noticed too when I used the throttle more, I want to say gradually, I could use cruise control. It worked fine. In fact, it took the surging away when it was in cruise.
Well, you noticed once you got over 3 grand is really when it started surging.
Yeah, some short shifting didn't hurt either. And I had rev lined it a couple of times prior to that. But you know what I mean. I sound like Doc Harley.
Who's Doc Harley?
I don't know Doc Harley.
Ricky, not so Martin. Let's see what we said. Let's see what some people have to say, and then we can chime in. This is really cool. What's up, everyone? Make sure
Ricky, not so Martin.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, we were just talking about you with Bearded today. Might have had dinner.
Might have had dinner with the Bearded
house,
Bobber. Yes, we did. Chilled out with the dude.
And thank you for hitting the like button, man. I appreciate that.
And the bombshell, heck of a cook. Good job.
Oh.
Was that not?
Dang, absolutely.
Right?
Shit. I got kicked out. That's not true. We actually just came to do this, guys. We wanted to hit you guys up on our last night of a great trip. Kind of a sad moment.
A little bit. Yeah, because we're just kind of getting the groove finally. Yeah. We've never really traveled together.
No, we actually haven't. We
rode to the top of Pikes Peak together. That was about as far as we got.
You left before me though.
Yeah,
that day.
I did.
So, but you know what? We're excited to get home to our families.
Oh, very much.
We've been discussing if we get a chance to do this again. Hint, somebody.
Right.
The wives get to come or something. So
I think it would be ideal to come back to California, set the wives up with a spa weekend, and we go out and do this.
There we go.
While, right?
We need a spa sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Disney Resorts, are you listening?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, she got.
Yeah, JT. That's pretty much what Tito thought too.
Yeah, so, that's exactly what Tito suspected, and we did talk to Tito Ceballos, Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle. Guys, yes, he is my son-in-law, but he is also incredibly talented, and he really has his finger on the pulse of what's happening with these bikes. I don't care where you are in the country. If you have an issue, or you're near Colorado Springs, ask him. Simple as that.
Well, not everybody has his cell phone number. Call him on a Sunday.
Right. It's also true.
I do. I think I have his number.
Well, and if he didn't pick up, I could call my daughter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm calling everybody.
Right.
So,
but let me make one last quick point about this, and we'll move on to something else. And that is, guys, if this were to happen to you, do not panic and freak out and park the bike and hope for the best. I mean, if it shuts down or breaks, by all means. But if you can ride the bike and if it will run, with these ECM type issues and ECU problems, give it a little time, because the ECM does have a learning capacity. Mm-hmm. It's not great. It can't figure out everything, but it will try to adjust to make the bike run correctly.
So remember, I had this the throttle body issue on my Challenger.
Yeah.
And if anybody doesn't know, I don't have a video for this. I actually do, but we don't have it queued up. Didn't even think about that. Damn. But just a real quick reminder of what happened. It would stall out anytime I got below about 2,000 RPMs. So I'd start my bike at high rev. It dropped down normally, right?
Yep.
Hit about 2,000 and would start to die. You could keep it alive if you kept it over 2,000. What I did was I high revved it. And I had good clutch control, and I rode it 150 miles straight without stopping back to my truck and trailer before I took it to Bison, and they fixed it. But your point and my point, it was a Sunday, it was an off day.
Sure, yeah.
So what would I have done? I'd have been 150 miles away from the nearest dealer or wherever. I don't even know where the nearest one was, but I wasn't planning to spend the night that night. Yeah. And I also just rode it out, you know.
And think it through. I know it's easy to get to this, oh my God, my bike's broken, and park it and freak out. Think it through, because you what we did was cheaper than a truck trailer from wherever it had to come.
Way more fun than waiting for the
And way more fun, because it gave us something to talk about, think about, and play with. All right, we're going to move on from there. But if you have questions about it, reach out to me at IndianRiderRadio.com or at Facebook or Messenger, and we'll talk about it, okay?
So we met a lot of people this week.
Met a lot of people this week.
And on Bearded Bobber recommendation, we're going to go to Redlands Indian tomorrow.
Yes, and Indian Motorcycle, or Redlands, Indian Motorcycle Redlands, another one of those stores that, I don't know that I've ever spoken to anybody really associated with the store, but I know that Bearded spoke highly of it, and if he speaks highly of it, it's worth checking out. So we're going to go over there tomorrow.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about, you and I we've had a few people ask us, how can I be on Indian Rider Radio?
Yeah. Now,
I want to make it known for everybody. I have your cell phone number,
right?
So it's a little easier for me. But we should get it out there. If we had Christian watching, we have dealer people watching and hanging out with us.
Yep.
And if they want to be on your show, I think you should tell them how a good way of contacting you.
Well, first, I'm flattered that people now want to be on the show, because the first several months of putting the show together meant a lot of banging on people's inboxes, making a lot of phone calls, only sometimes to be told no. If you want to get a hold of me and you want to be a guest on the show, or you have questions about the show, Facebook page, I'm almost always there, via Messenger through that. I'm also available on Instagram, and of course there is a contact page, IndianRiderRadio.com. Go there, look for the contact page. You can send me an email directly. I'm happy to talk about it. And if you reach out to me by email or Facebook or whatever, chances are good you'll be like him and wind up with my phone number, and you can give me a shout, okay? I'm happy to talk to anybody anytime, but if you'd like to be a guest on the show, whether you're a dealer, whether you're a vendor, whether you do aftermarket work, we've probably got something we could talk about and have some fun. So reach out anytime.
So I wanted to get that out of the way.
I appreciate that. Thank you. What else we did today, though, and what has been universally fun, is we picked a route with a lot of help from Fish, because he's familiar with this region, or was. We picked some of the routes that took us a little bit off the interstates, or took it through areas that were a little bit historic, a little bit different. And I'm telling you, we have just had a blast. So next time you're planning your trip, if you can get off the interstates, do it. My boy Tybin. Hi Tybin, how the hell are you, man?
I don't think we didn't talk about this yet. We got to ride Route 66.
Yeah.
A little bit today.
Yeah. Route 66, a portion of it now parallels Interstate 40.
Right.
And in fact, 40 overlaps it in some spots. But we were in Ludlow, we were in Barstow, and yeah, that was kind of cool. A little history there. And if you think about it, back in the early days of motorcycling, or 50s and 60s in particular, areas like Barstow, Ludlow, Laughlin, Nevada, all kind of have a little motorcycle history to them.
Well, that was, for a long time, that was the route from Chicago to, where does it pop out at? Where does it end?
Just north of San Diego.
There you go. So that was the main place for a long time. So I don't know, man. It's been a blast.
It has. And I want to thank you, because I reached out to him on very short notice to see if he could come along, and the answer wasn't just yes, it was hell's yes. And
no, that's not how I respond.
What? Doing great, brother. Glad to see you're enjoying life with good friends. Tybin, I am, and I hope you're doing the same. Tybin Seibert, if you are ever over in eastern Idaho, Eagle Rock Indian Motorcycle, he's a technician there. One heck of a great guy, and very, very skilled and talented. If he doesn't know how to fix it, it probably isn't broke. Okay? Let's see.
I got a chance to meet, we both got to, you actually met him in Sturgis, Mark.
Mark Schaefer.
Yeah, Mark Schaefer. He rode down from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And we had lunch, and kind of, he didn't eat. We did.
But by that point, both of us are a little peckish. I get a kick out of that, and I appreciate somebody who takes the time to do something like that. And Mark has been awesome. I met him in Sturgis, and when he came up and he waited so patiently to talk to me, I was talking to somebody else. immediately pops out his camera, and yet we get a photo, and then we start talking, and it's flattering and humbling and all those things at the same time, because it's been a long time since I've been in front of a mic or cameras or whatever.
Yeah.
And to have people want to come visit you, want to talk to you, it was totally fun, Mark. Thank you so much.
I have often went way out of my way to try to meet people, so it was bitching to have a guy. It's 2 hours, right? About 2 hours from Vegas to Laughlin, depending how you ride, like 35 minutes if I'm riding. But it was pretty awesome to have a guy come to us, so we didn't have to go out of the way. Yep. Anyway, so Mark, if you're watching, checking this out or whatever, dude, it was awesome to meet you and your brother. And shit, I can't wait till the next time. And I want to meet other people. Like I always talk about growing the community. It's important to do that.
And that's part of the reason that we both do what we do. Whether it's a podcast, his video blog, all of that stuff, is so that we can touch and talk to you guys, and then you can pass it on to the next guy, and then we can meet one another and let it just grow and flow from there. You know, Bearded and Bombshell are a great example. Had them both on the show. We talked in Sturgis. But now today, when we gave them a shout and said, hey, we're going to be in Redlands or in the Redlands area, okay, great, come over and have supper.
That's right.
It was that easy, and it will happen to you if you try it. Any questions that you guys might have, shoot them up here. We got a little while yet before I fall asleep.
We got to upload SD cards. I might have to edit a little bit.
Yeah, probably do a little bit of that. But I wanted to walk through our sponsors one more time and thank everybody, including Tab Performance. You see them up there in the corner. Tab Performance, by the way, I do have an affiliate link in most of the show notes that you can find it, okay? So if you visit my podcast, look at the show notes, whether it's at Spotify or Apple, use their link. It's kind of that win-win-win scenario we've talked about. I get a little something to support the show. They sell a product. You get something great from Tab. Ta-da! Everybody wins. Lloyd's Garage and Indian Motorcycle Charlotte. Tim Sutherland and Lloyd Greer. They have got some brand new cam kits out. They have got the 24-hour big bore kit.
Wait, for the Challenger? No, he doesn't yet. No, it's just kidding. Just before we start a bunch of rumors, dude.
Yeah, holy crap! Don't get me in trouble.
Something. Yeah. No Challenger. No. Cams. Okay.
But they've got the big bore kits are out there, and guess what? Ask them about the 24-hour big bore kit install. 24 hours. You heard me right. The cam kits are out there. They've got a brand new website. LloydsGarage.com has been completely revamped. It looks amazing. It's easier to navigate, and there's some new stuff on there as well, including some of the vendors that they work with, some of which we've had on the show, some of which you've seen featured on his videos.
What's the young lady's name again?
The young, amazing Amanda Bramble.
Amanda Bramble. You had her on our show.
I did.
Was it last up? 2 episodes ago?
Yes, 2 episodes back. Amanda, Star Bobber, comes back, and we talked with Bart Engstrom, who's a former finance manager.
Yeah, dude, that's a killer lineup, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amanda seemed awesome.
Amanda is smart. She's talented. She has a marketing background, but she's kind of that bohemian girl with a little touch of fashion model in her. But she really understands, loves the brand. She likes working with these guys. She loves customers. And that.
She rides, right?
Oh, yeah. She got herself a new Bomber 60, a Scout 60 Bomber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Was she pretty cool off mic? If you're watching, don't just forget it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Amanda's one of those people that you would have thought you met her multiple times the first time you talked to her. She's so super friendly and easy to talk to. And she's also very knowledgeable, not just the pretty face that they're putting out there on the internet. She's very smart, very knowledgeable. And she wants to do a good job for you. So if you are there, check her out, okay?
Yeah. Lloyd's seemed to treated you really well. And Tim Sutherland and Lloyd Greer and we actually chatted when I was out in Sturgis.
Right.
And Lloyd gave me some shit on one of my videos.
Did he?
A little bit as a comment. And I'm just going to tell everybody what I told him.
Yeah.
You're allowed to leave a negative comment, but you better be damn subscribed because I'm coming back to talk to you about it. All right?
Right.
That's the deal.
Simple as that, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the 60 helmet. I have not had a chance to really talk to you about this thing in terms of comfort and the way it works. I know I mentioned it a few times throughout the trip. Wow. Okay. And I've said this before. I've worn many, many different styles of helmets, and I've always looked for something that gave me a great fit, could accommodate my glasses, And that offered me that next level protection. And I really, truly enjoy this. It fits wonderfully. It felt like it had been my helmet forever within the first day. Putting in the audio system, really easy.
Yeah.
Really easy. Far easier than the one that starts with B and ends with ELL. I monkey.
Okay.
You know the one. But I worked on that helmet a long time to get the audio system in it, and it never was quite the way I wanted it. This one, once I figured out how to get it all apart, I think it took, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't any help either. I kind of handed you a rat's nest of wires and
here's your crap, bro.
Get after this. So I made you. First of all, I don't get jealous very often. Mm-hmm. I'm a little jealous of that helmet.
Are you jelly?
A little bit. I kind of wish it was a little like brighter, crazier, like how I like to wear my helmets.
Yeah.
But damn, is that a good looking helmet?
I'm telling you got a lot. Well, and they got a lot of choices online too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a carbon fiber shell. It's got a clear finish with some black accents throughout. You probably see some of the photos. Don't lose your mind when you see the retail prices on them, because your head's worth every penny. And these things really are next generation helmet protection.
Well, hang on. Let's be honest. I have seen helmets in the thousands of dollars.
Right. Lots of.
Huh. Blackout in Cali. I'll be back. I'll try to fix it.
You handle that. Well, that was easy.
Let there be light, bitches.
Right. Is this This is not a Super 8. What the hell?
It is not. That was where we stayed last night.
So Irene's with us. Whitney dropped in. Hi, Whitney. I finally caught you live. So following along.
Modular. They don't have a modular.
No.
They have safety concerns. So they were on your show.
Yeah.
And talked about this. And he said that there's a little bit of safety concerns with the modular setup for now, right? But they're looking into it.
They're considering it. Here's the problem with any modular helmet, whether it be theirs or somebody else's if they were to make one. Modular helmets weigh more. Now, that doesn't sound like much if you get accustomed to it, except your head's already one of your heaviest parts of your body. So if you add extra mass to that, you only make things worse hitting the deck. Okay.
Right.
And also, the structural integrity of the helmet has now changed because you've got hinging and you've got a piece here that comes out. And if you were to strike certain things, it will break that free. They want the integrity of the shell to be entirely carbon fiber without those soft spots or those potential weak spots in them, because they've invested a fortune in creating the internal part.
Yep.
So why not make sure the shell is the same?
Absolutely. It's
called omnidirectional protection. And it allows for rotational impacts. It allows for skipping type impacts. I am absolutely blown away. And more importantly, and this is so trivial, it's almost ridiculous when you're talking about protecting your brain, the thing breathes like nobody's business. It vents so well behind a windscreen and a fairing. I was so surprised.
And you have a taller. You had kind of the windshield's a little bit tall for you.
It really is.
Even that too.
Yeah, it really is. The one on my Roadmaster I had to change out. So here I am. I'm back on a stock Roadmaster, and yeah, it's a little tall for me, but I was still getting plenty of venting through the top. The brow visor works wonderfully. Go check them out. 6dhelmets.com. You'll have to find them then. You say shop US, and when you get down there, you'll find street. And when you find it, use it. Okay? I think that's important.
Yeah. He asked if we have a link. You know what? We'll get a link on at least on probably Facebook posts or something.
I do have a link, but they don't have technically an affiliate thing or anything like that.
Oh,
right
that's
now.
what he was talking about? Okay.
But yeah, 6dhelmets.com. You can't miss it. At least tell him I sent you if you do drop in there, Ricky. If just say, hey, I heard about it at Indian Rider Radio. They might even help you out a little bit. I don't know. I'm not promising anything, but who knows? Okay, Roger that.
Yeah, Whitney, I'm checking them out too, actually.
Yeah. Now, again, I'm going to make just one last point. Guys who spent, you spend a small fortune on some of the Bell helmets, the Starline, for example, Arai, Shoei. Those are expensive protective helmets. You see guys professionally wear them, HJC, some others, or AGV. This is really, really a very, very, very well-built helmet, and it's a little bit less money than some of those.
Bobber, she's doing some shout outs. Hey, Bobber, I was just saying that we were just at your house having an amazing dinner. Hey, but we got a lot of new people, and we want to show everybody because we took the time to do this.
Yeah.
I took the time, and I'm super proud of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I filmed it. Come on. Hey, Bobber, so we were talking, Whitney, we were talking about the throttle body issue. We don't need to get all back into it, but I just want to show everybody, because we've talked about it for a few days now, where's it at?
In your banners here.
Oh, my bad, dude. I don't know what I'm doing.
Excuse me. It's in the brand.
That's fine.
And scroll down.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, if you're just joining us, I had an ECU problem with the 2021 bike. It was having difficulty figuring out what mode it was in, to the point where it was
this. Yeah. It's at full throttle. It looks like it's trying to pop a little, but it's really just full throttle.
Yep.
So yeah, anyway, we were talking about that at Bobber's house.
Good,
so
clean fun.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to show that out to everybody. But yeah, the helmet, I think we got that one down.
Yeah, helmet covered. Again, 60helmets.com. They're an American company based in Brea, California. They've had, I only had one other thing that I didn't know when I first reached out to them, but they were a active participant and winner in the design thing with the Ultimate NFL Helmet Challenge. And what that was to increase safety designs in NFL helmets, and have had success there, and they've taken it across the board. There's kids helmets, dirt bike helmets, you name it. But this really is state-of-the-art stuff. Look at the videos you find at 60 Helmets.
Yeah.
Oh, we have sidebar conversations going on over here.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all good.
Glad you're here. One of these days I might ask Discord or something, and we'll talk then.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. And this thing weighs about 1,300 grams, so it's just shy of 3 pounds.
I was going to ask, what the hell? Who knows 1,300 grams?
I'm
too smart.
I'm pleading the fifth as to how I learned grams to pounds.
Oh. Shh. That was a funny.
There's statutes of limitations that I can't go into.
Okay.
All right.
3,000 grams, or what did you? How many grams?
1,300.
1,300 grams. Yeah, 3,000 grams is like $10,000.
Let's get serious.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh, hey. So Randy got a question.
Yeah.
Are you going to Sturgis 2021?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am, and I know he is too. If the opportunity presents, you'll be there, right?
I would love to go again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to go again too. As a matter of fact, it is now confirmed on my schedule that I will be at 2021 Sturgis, so we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You'll have like an announcement. I'm going to have stuff, all the good stuff.
Some good stuff.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, there's going to be. I can't get into a lot of that right now, but there are some very big things happening for Indian Rider Radio, and that might just be one of them.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So. I actually had a great time.
Good.
If my boys at Trust No One's there, I don't see how I don't go. But you're going to be there. Yep. A lot of my friends are going to be there. Me and Big Gabe.
We're counting on you to bring the party.
I'm fucking bringing
the party. That's
what
he tells me every time. I'm bringing the party. Okay, well, goddamn.
Not 1,300 grams worth.
Okay, there's a party and then there's hard times.
Okay.
You understand. All right. So, that's...
No, hang on. Whit wants to crash in the driveway.
No driveway
not.
crashing,
No.
Whit Mason. Don't even...
No.
No.
Been there, done that. At least you get the floor on the carpet. Moving on up.
Well, Randy says, Randy Lee Weston, you want to meet up at Eagle Rock and go from there. If the opportunity presents itself, Randy, I could do something like that, but I would hate to say yes and then not be able to, so... Let me just leave that door.
Hey, where's Eagle Rock Indian?
The Eagle Rock Indian Motorcycle is in Idaho Falls, Idaho.
So I would have to you must not be talking to me. I would have to. I'm actually down for. That's the route that I wanted to take.
Past Sturgis and then go back.
Yeah, that's the route that I would like to take to Sturgis. Actually,
the long way.
Yeah, maybe I would actually go through North Dakota, so I didn't
spoil
go
it.
Through Sturgis.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's an idea. Randy hit me up. I might try to do that.
Want to go with a group of us. I'm based out of Colorado Springs, so that would be 12 hours up there and then the other way. So I'll have to see what I can do. Spending our 10th wedding anniversary there. Yeah, now that's a good way to go. That's a good way to go.
Well, that's nice that he'll be home for that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's nice.
So Whit's husband is in the armed forces.
Serving our U.S., yeah.
That's right. So it's badass. So I'm glad he'll be there. Whit, you already said that when he comes to town, me and Val and the two of you, we get to go have a drink.
Oh,
I even said I'd buy the first round.
Okay.
Maybe water because it's free. But what else? Oh, congratulations on 10 years, by the way.
10 years is a long time. A decade's a good time. Wait a minute. Whit's car setup is way better than any floor. Whitney is a car camper. We'll give her that.
Okay, yeah.
And she seems like she's got some experience in that.
Fine. I'll run out an extension cord to her then. You're going to charge her stuff.
Yeah. How do we explain to DoorDash she's in the driveway?
What else do we got here? It was really,
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
He is the one to buy my rounds, but many rounds. All right. Any other questions directly, guys, regarding the ride? What time will you be at Redlands?
Kicking off the door.
Yeah, pretty much when they throw the door open, we're going to be there, Tom.
Yeah. So, Tom, I actually have to fly out tomorrow.
Yep.
So we have to return the bikes. I got to repack. So I packed all in one backpack, which I've kind of accumulated some stuff.
You've added to that. One of that's right there.
Yeah. We'll talk about them in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna get it all. I even bought the drone.
Yeah, but I have a big case. Okay. Self-disclosure. I have this great big case that
Giant.
I had to put my tripod in, right? That was the only way I could transport it and know I would get it here without getting it jammed up. And then, of course, when you have a big bag, you throw stuff in it until it looks full. It was. Damn.
But anyway, because we have to do that, Tom, we're going to try to get there right away in the morning.
Yeah.
We haven't been open about because we weren't sure we were going to be able to do it with time crunches.
Yeah.
But we are going to be able to do it. We're super excited. Tom, would love for you to go down there. It just has to be early.
Yeah,
I think they open at 9 a.m. or something?
Yeah, I think they open around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So we're going to get up fairly early tomorrow, get ourselves packed, squared away, grab some breakfast, head down there and have coffee with you and anybody else who can stop in with Redlands. We'd love to have you and come see us. It's been fun. And the other thing I should point out is that we went to some cool places like today. You talked about meeting people and all that kind of thing. I got such a kick out of the lady that was at that little Ludlow cafe.
I know you did.
You really did. Busted me up. She's dressed like the Grinch. She's got the hair curled over, the green all over and there's not a lot of traffic at the Ludlow Cafe, and we got a little yakety. But you know what? They're super sweet people, and we had a great time, and it was wonderful. And that's the kind of thing I enjoy. Message you for dates within our group. Okay, I'll do that, Randy. Thank you. Excellent. I guess all I can say is this. We have had a marvelous time. We have enjoyed each other. We have enjoyed the road. We have enjoyed the motorcycles immensely. Both of us have learned quite a bit about the 2021 Indian Roadmaster, and in a nutshell, you're going to hear a lot more about it over the next little while. I'm going to have some video and some audio that we're going to do that really highlights and focuses on the bike itself. But really, more importantly, I can't thank Indian Motorcycle enough for the opportunity to come out and put hands on these things and really enjoy them, really experience them. And I hope you guys have enjoyed as we went along with some of our live stream, on the road updates, as well as some of these fun things that we've done in the interim. And it's been a blast talking to you and hearing your comments as well. So
absolutely, I'm gonna put together a couple videos about our days. Kind of the unseen and some of the seen stuff already.
Right.
And I wanted to talk quick. So before this past summer, just this summer that we've gotten to now. You really never used communication in your helmet, right?
No, it was only this past year that I even really wanted to try it.
Yeah. So I've always said I have a talking problem. Dude, did I ever stop? I think we've had today was the first day.
Today was the first day that you went silent.
Yeah.
For what, maybe 30 minutes? Couldn't have been more than that. But one of the things I guess is kind of cool and the modern technology has allowed is, one, when we do get to talk during the week, unless we're prepping after hours or something like that, it's really quick conversations. He's working, I'm busy, get in, get out, get our information coming. I don't think there was a subject left untouched. I think we covered damn near everything.
We hit a lot of stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's only the two of us.
Right.
But it was like I had a radio in my helmet. I just hear this radio guy talking in my helmet.
Yeah.
And he might have given me a weather update or two while
Couple,
right?
yeah. From different stations I worked at, suddenly he could turn the dial without me having to leave his helmet.
Welcome to ZZZZ.
You haven't had this much fun, Andrew. We're going to pump more wattage into your cottage some other time.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know what that means either. We used it a lot, though.
All right, what do we got here? Wait, I'm going to pump some more.
More wattage into your cottage. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're going to do. Wattage in the cottage, baby. Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Super jealous.
Super jelly. I'm using jelly a lot because I think it's silly, frankly, but I'm doing it.
I do it too all the time.
Weird.
You know what one of my favorite emojis is? Is that jelly guy that's
The confessions he makes to all of you just blows my mind.
What do we got here?
Fantastic to follow along with you too. Thanks for keeping us stuck at home and entertained.
Yeah. Sorry we're stuck at home. Next year's a new year. Let's see. It's been fun. Yeah, I really got to say I appreciate the interaction.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the dumb stuff.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you guys, that's something too. I'll say it straight up. I was scared to death that we'd get out here and do this, and I'd start, popping up with my live stuff, and nobody would pay any attention, and that you'd go ho hum. But you have it, and you've been part of, and you guys have been encouraging, and you've been fun too. We've had a great time. I have now learned that he has magically somehow become one of the best video and photo bombers ever known. Now, if there's awards for this or categories with which you can participate, I'm entering him every time.
Yeah, I had to bring the party, and
indeed you did.
And I like attention. I guess I can't have you just doing it all. I don't know. We got bird's eye view of this guy getting. It's good. We got some good stuff coming.
We do. I'm so ready to ride. Oh yeah. In Wisconsin, it's winter. In Southern California, and Arizona, and Nevada, it's not.
I will say this, I don't think she rode I don't think she's ridden a Roadmaster yet.
Oh, well.
Chieftain. I remember she did it. She was on a Chieftain. She's been on a Bobber. She was on a Challenger.
Well, I
think it's easy. If you can ride a Challenger, you can ride
or the Chieftain.
Yeah, it doesn't. So the trunk is okay. Well, that's a good conversation because we haven't talked about it too much. I thought that the trunk was going to make it a little awkward. It didn't. I didn't even know it was there. Half the time, I didn't feel like
that's a perceptual thing that it changes a little bit. If it's full and you got it 2 up, okay, yes, you have a different weight balance and ratio. But what's happened here is Indian Motorcycle accommodates for that. 1, with the development of the frame, and 2, the suspension is adjustable. Okay, with it being adjustable, the bike will always brake, steer, and handle the way it's intended to. I used to tell people all the time, you know what happens when you put any weight, whether it's a tour pack or a passenger or whatever, every time you load the rear of the motorcycle, you lift the front. Of
course.
Which will change the steering, braking, and handling of the motorcycle.
Well, we were taking corners 45, not on purpose, just because we're cruising. Yeah. It was like 45 or 50. It was 70.
Yeah, we were doing
90,
well. We did some
5 or something.
Yeah, we did some 35-mile-an-hour corners. I know for a fact it's 75 plus.
Yeah, on Interstate 8 heading east towards Yuma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
We're barreling that night. Wow.
So Diana says that she's had an awesome time watching us and work so well together.
Well, thank you. We much appreciate that.
Yes, you're amazing. What says Challenger is the longest Indian that
Largest.
she's been.
What are you talking about? Height or weight?
I think just size, probably, just like
Okay.
just overall look.
Dimensionally, yeah, probably.
And I would say that the reason why I even said if she can ride a Challenger, she can ride the Roadmaster is as they felt fairly similar. I'm saying size wise,
Yeah.
like heaviness and stuff.
The seat height is slightly higher now because of the Climate Command seat. Used to be those ran right around a 26.5-inch seat height on the Roadmaster, much like on the Chieftain and the other models. The Challenger sits up a little higher, as does the new seat with the climate control. But I have about a 32-inch inseam. I'm about 5'8", 5'9", depending on what boots I'm wearing that day. And the bike fits me like a glove. It really does.
Okay, so Whit says she's been on both. Okay, so
good.
So do you think they felt very similar? I'm not going to like get into the details of what I think is better or not, but you would think at just a first image look, the trunk adds this weird dynamic that you're like, this is going to feel really different.
Yeah.
And I don't think it did. We weren't heavy, we weren't riding to a blah, 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 all that stuff.
No. I think
By the way, I want a trunk. I'm going to get it out there right now.
There you go.
If I put it out there, it might show up.
But I tell you, you're
Christmas is coming.
Right.
up.
You're not unlike a lot of people, though. Once you have these things and you find out that they're not as intimidating or not as awkward or not as heavy or not whatever, yeah, you want one.
It wasn't even any of that for me. It was just like, I didn't think it was going to, I never thought it was going to be so convenient.
Right?
I mean, it's really
totally convenient.
Yeah, it is really convenient.
You forget the other two are there.
Oh, man.
Me too, Fish.
Yeah,
I'm too. I'm with you, Bearded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All right, Whit answered us back. Let's go real quick. They felt similar, but yes, the whole back thing threw me off. Yeah, I think it's just a perspective thing.
It would throw you. You know what, Whit? As soon as you're in the saddle and you're facing the other direction, you don't notice it. Lockable bags. What is that magic? Yeah, it is. It's almost sorcery. Click, click, and done. I love it.
Traveling Tall. Boy, I've been trying
Traveling
to get
Tall. How are you, man?
I've been trying to get on his live for a while.
Well, he dropped by and said hi here,
That's
so
right.
you don't even have to go find him.
You're the damn man. He has a street glide.
Yeah.
With a Zippers 124, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I got to remember anyway. And
well, thank you for dropping by, man. I know you got plenty going on, and you're very active on YouTube. And thank you for visiting with us.
He's the gentleman that Larry Marshall refers to a lot when we're all show prepping and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get down there to race his boys down there and rep the Challenger a little.
And while he's looking at the comments, he did mention Larry Marshall. Larry is the editor and producer of a thing called the B-Twin blog. And it's been around since about 2016. It is an award-winning stuff. And I'm telling you what, if you want a nice, concise, clean, easy-to-read website and blog with all the moto news you want in it as far as American V-Twin, that's the one to check out, vtwinblog.com. And he also has a weekly feature now on Indian Rider Radio.
And besides all that, man, support good people.
Heck yeah.
Larry's
good people.
He's good people.
He is
I really enjoy him. You know, a little backstory. How do I end my most of my videos? Say hi to somebody you don't know?
Sure, yeah.
You want to know what made me do that? The day I walked up to Larry and said, dude, you got a really nice bike, man. We were in Bison Thunder.
Yeah.
And he was just there. And I said, hey, man, you got a really nice bike. You know, how you doing?
And now look.
Yeah. And it put his positive energy and my feelings when I left the dealership that day. I felt like I made a friend. Like, dude, that dude was freaking cool again.
Right,
His phone, we ended up exchanging numbers.
Yeah.
It was like high school all over again. And anyway, and so that's why I was like, dude, why don't I say hi more often?
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. It doesn't have to go further than that. Sometimes it does.
Yeah. And that just kick the door open, especially in the motorcycle world. And we were just talking about this over dinner. The Indian motorcycle world, and those of us making noise in it, if you will, is a small community, but we want to bring more of you guys to the fold. So it doesn't take a whole lot of us to reach a whole lot of you. And all you got to do is go say hi to each other.
So Traveling Tall says that he wants to have us on a live to represent Indian. Dude, I'm in.
I would gladly, happily, and proudly do that, Tall. Thank you.
So a little backstory on Curtis. He actually used to be a salesman, finance guy at Harley Davidson dealerships,
Yep.
independently owned dealerships.
Yep.
And then you started, after you rode an Indian, you started selling Indians.
Yep.
And then you helped launch whole dealerships.
Well, you're making it sound bigger than it is.
No, it's big as hell. This
was a
guy's
sales
over here. No. He just was selling me something. I was about to go buy something.
Yeah.
Listen, he knows this shit is all I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that.
All right, we'll take that one. Oh, and I'm in. Oh, if I didn't get that out there. I'm in.
And I'm in. Okay. Yeah, we were answering the wrong question. Yeah.
The rest is history. I hope that's the first line of my book.
Wit, I do too. I hope that is the rest. The rest is history.
Let's see. I don't have doors. Never met a stranger.
There you
Just
go.
No friends.
That away, Randy.
I like it, Randy.
Yep.
That's badass. I like that one.
I saw that quote or something similar to it on Bet a Biker or Bunk a Biker, right?
Bunk a Biker.
Bunk a Biker. And this guy was just, that's his heading. That's his piece right there.
You know, I think it would be fun to like do a little cross country trip and just do Bunk a Biker every night. And if I couldn't stay at a Bunk a Biker or some form like a social media type form, then I don't know where I'd sleep. But
yeah, I think it'd be
not
fun.
no hotel. Like
Right.
make a rule, no hotel.
No hotel. You got to have those lined up and hook them up.
Maybe we could try to work something like that next year. That might be kind of fun. Bunk a couple bikers.
Now you're
Oh, look at this! We got a whole real time bunk a couple bikers.
Oh, wait. Let's do this together here. You ready? And we're in. Boy. Okay. That felt good.
Let's see. Well, yeah, Randy, well put. I think everybody's on the same book
Randy.
with that
Thank
one.
you.
So, we've been 51 minutes. You guys want to start throwing us a whole bunch of questions?
Yeah, we got about 9 minutes. We're only going to do an hour because, A, I'm old and I have to go to bed. And tomorrow we got some more stuff to do and get done. So
Can I give a shout out to anybody in the Redlands? We've heard great things about Redlands, but if you're south of Redlands or Redlands a little far and you're closer to El Cajon Indian has been amazing.
Yeah.
They supported me in June and I was here. Christian actually was here earlier in the show. I'm not sure if he's still watching or not. But those guys are just badass. And like I've said, support the good guys.
Yeah. And
at least the people that you know are good. Not that other people aren't good, but
well, and you know, I make it a point to stop in or visit dealerships when I'm traveling. And the guys in Tucson were amazing when I stopped in there this past summer. But that store there in El Cajon, wonderful, super warm, welcoming people, and an amazingly nice store. Beautiful, well laid out store. You will enjoy them. You will like them. They will shoot you straight. They will treat you well. And think of it this way. If they're willing to financially help us do this, and they don't know us from, well, they had met you, but they didn't know me from Adam.
Yeah, they're a sponsor, and they deserve credit. By the way, the building used to be a bank.
That's what the one gentleman was telling me, that it had been a bank. They remodeled it, and it surprised some people when they finally saw it redone. Yeah. But he said it was a really amazing thing. So
yeah, they put some work in.
Well, it was nice for Tall to invite us to get together. I'd like that sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe Whitney should have a video of us.
She what?
Maybe she should make a video or something of us.
Of us?
Yeah. She's a videographer and a photographer, and maybe we,
like a collaboration?
More like, just embarrass us in some way. I don't know.
Don't embarrass me. I don't handle well to that. Oh, let there be light.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the COVID.
I can't smell, taste, or see.
Wait, what?
All right. Well, I don't know. 54. You guys gonna bring a couple or that or?
Yeah. If you got a couple of questions out of the woodwork, we'll answer them real quick. But we're gonna wrap it up here and call it a day. We got some other stuff to handle. Randy Lee, Whit, all you guys, Bearded and Bombshell, thank you so much for dinner tonight. It was wonderful hanging out with you. Ricky, not so Martin, glad you're here. Wow, Irene Rubio. Irene, you are a super fan, and if I ever get the opportunity to hang out with you, we're going to do it soon.
That would be awesome.
Yep.
She is super supportive.
Yep. Diane Fisher, thank you so much.
That's my sister.
I know.
Oh.
But I wanted to also thank her for her hospitality early in the trip and for dropping in and visiting us tonight. and Mark Evans, and so many other guys. Mark Schaefer, who came and saw us. Ty Seibert for stopping in tonight. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah. And anybody we missed, you guys.
If I forgot you, I'm sorry.
And we might play a little bit on. It's not completely over, so we might do a little bit stuff tomorrow. But we can't do this tomorrow.
Yeah, we can't do this tomorrow. But we'll at least hit you up live. We'll probably do a little something from Redlands. Like I did at El Cajon, you're going to get not one, but now 2 dealer spotlights, so you can learn a little bit more about these guys as well. Okay?
Cool. Let's see. Adventure, thanks. Yep, not Ricky Nelson Martin. Thanks for sharing, you guys. Everybody, let's just not even go to 60.
Fair enough.
All right.
Before I do run away, though, thank you.
No, it's been
good stuff.
It's been a great fucking time.
We've had a good time. Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you for the invite.
You bet.
Yeah. Be legendary.
And I don't know. Be safe.
Sometimes be safe.
He skips the be safe deliberately. Be safe. Be legendary. And we will see you on the road.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it again.
Ready?
Be safe.
Be legendary. And we will see you on the road.
Oh, did it not end? End. Peace.